All right, gentlemen, turn to face me. Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I will keep the rules, keep faith with my teammates, keep my temper, keep myself fit, keep a stout heart in defeat, keep my pride under in victory, keep a sound soul, a clean mind, and a healthy body. All right, gentlemen, good luck to both teams, and let's play ball! Today's umpires behind the plate.
AWS Well Company, Inc. has been providing professional, reliable, and trusted service in the water well industry for over 50 years. We take pride in being a leader in water well drilling, geothermal systems, pump sales and pump repair, agricultural irrigation system, and septic installation. Our experts can custom design and install a water system that fits your specific needs. For more details, you can contact AWS Well at 402-624-3895.
Black Hills Energy is a proud sponsor of Waterloo Valley Post 58 Baseball. You need an energy partner that's always looking ahead. That's why we at Black Hills Energy are always ready to support, inspire, and drive your next adventure, whatever it may be. Because supporting your day-to-day is our everyday. And we're always here, ready for what comes next. Find out more at blackhillsenergy.com.
The Nebraska Chiropractic Physicians Association is a professional association of chiropractic physicians whose mission is to promote and advance the chiropractic profession in the state of Nebraska. Chiropractic is natural, holistic, and patient-centered. It is a safe, drug-free, cost-effective alternative in healthcare for the whole family. Start your path to better health today. Learn more about chiropractic care and find a doctor at nebraskachiropractic.org.
Is it a good time to sell your house? Is it a good time to buy a house? Realtor Carrie Wilcox with Nebraska Realty knows the answer. Give her a call at 402-212-2271 today to get all these questions answered.
At Valley Construction, our team of dedicated professionals is driven by a singular purpose, bringing your unique vision to life through our unrivaled design, build, remodel, and renovation services. With a wealth of industry experience, we have cultivated an impeccable reputation for our extraordinary artisanship, meticulous attention to detail, and unwavering commitment to exceeding customer expectations. Reach out to Valley Construction today to embark on a remodeling journey where your vision is cherished and exceptional results are guaranteed. ValleyNEConstruction@gmail.com.
Elkhorn Training Camp is Omaha's premier indoor sports facility for youth athletes. We offer world-class training and facilities with open practice areas, lessons, camps, and clinics. Whether it's baseball, softball, soccer, strength and conditioning training, we have the staff and facility for you. Reserve a time. Check us out at elkhorntrainingcamp.com. It is time. The moment we've all been waiting for. Game number 15 of 15. Welcome back to Valley, Nebraska. Austin McNorton, Matt Richmond here with you on BSDN Live for our championship game on a Wednesday night. And Matt, we've had an unbelievable tournament, and it all comes down to one game.
Winner takes all. This is the slugfest. This is the cage match we've been waiting for. As Central City's only loss of the season came in this tournament last night to this ETC team. Team, and they are wanting revenge.
Chopper hit over to short, and it's thrown to first by Petrosky in time, and Quinn Jensen goes down. One up, one down. The sun's setting here in Valley from Frost Family Stadium.
Jensen rounds out to the shortstop for the first out of the inning. That'll now bring up the catcher, number 7, Oliver Herman.
First pitch, 88 degrees and sunny, no wind here in Valley from Frost Family Stadium. Chris Frank Field on BSDN Live. We appreciate all the support we've been getting, and we wouldn't be able to do it without all those sponsors in the bottom right of corner of your screen. It is a rematch from last night's game, Central City and the ETC Mount Michael Knights. Central City lost the coin toss. They're on the home dugout, but they are the away team batting here first. Max Teeter is out on the mound for the Knights to start this game off for the team in red and black, and roped into right field right at Anthony Gates, who makes the catch, and there's 2 up, 2 down quickly for Central City.
Herman lines out to the right fielder for the second out of the inning. That'll now bring up the pitcher, number 33, Connor Erickson.
So for those just tuning into our broadcast, it's Connor Erickson now in the lefty box. He'll be pitching tonight for Central City. His first pitch is in there for a strike. How did each of these two teams get here? Central City started out game number 1 against Brester Construction Lincoln Christian, winning in 5 innings 8-0. They then took on a really good Crete team, and in a back-and-forth game, they held on to win 7-4. And then last night, in day number 3, they took on a really hot West Point team when both teams were undefeated at that point, and they came from behind to win 7-3 in that contest as Erickson sends one into foul territory down the left field line, and it's out of play. They won 7-3, and then last night they were handed their first loss of the season. They led 2-0, and then ETC does what the Knights do best, came from behind to take a lead 4-2 and hang on to win 4-3. So here's the rematch. ETC, a much different route to get here to this championship game. They lost in game number 1 to Alliance in a walk-off. They were losing 3-0, came all the way back, and then Alliance walked it off. They were losing 1-0 against the Weenuts of Waterloo Valley, came back to win 9-2. They were losing to Crete 4-1 going into the top of the 5th. And they scored 14 runs on 10 hits and brought 18 batters to the plate in the top of the 5th, and they ended up winning in 5 innings, 15-5. And then last night, an incredible performance on the mound from Ethan Siegmund shut down this Central City team, and Erickson goes down swinging. It's out of the glove of Wewell. He'll fire it to first for out number 3. Central City goes down in order as we go to the bottom of the first scoreless. We'll talk about all the details of this Mount Michael squad when we come back on BSDN Live.
Erickson goes down.
Woodhouse Auto Family is the home of 21 brands with over 1,100 pre-owned, certified pre-owned, and over 5,600 vehicle selection that can be found at woodhouse.com or visit one of their locations just down the road from anywhere you're at. Woodhouse has proudly been serving the customers and communities since 1975 with a goal to provide you with a buying and servicing experience that builds a trusted partnership for a lifetime. Find them at woodhouse.com.
Shields is a proud supporter of Post 58 Legion Baseball. Stop by Village Point at 168th and West Dodge Road for all of your sporting goods and apparel needs. Gregorich Plumbing is a proud sponsor of Waterloo Valley Post 58 Legion Baseball. Give them a call at 402-359-9117 for all of your installation, service, and repair needs. When it comes to plumbing, Gregorich is the experts. Once again, give them a call at 402-359-9117. Gregorich Plumbing, proud sponsors of Waterloo Valley Post 58 Baseball.
Smart Freight Funding is the #1 factoring company for the bulk trucking industry. But we're not just bulk. We factor all trailer types and any freight with over 50 years of driving, dispatching, contracting, and accounting experience in the trucking industry. Let someone who's been in your shoes handle your finances. Learn why clients use Smart Freight Funding and get started today at smartfreightfunding.com.
At the Athlete Factory, you can be the best player you can be, all while practicing indoors. Down in Waterloo, Nebraska, the Athlete Factory specializes in indoor softball, baseball, soccer, and basketball training. Some services include facility rentals, lessons, and camps. Here at the Athlete Factory, we pride ourselves on teaching skills to better players and teams. So if this sounds like a good opportunity to parents or coaches, you can find us at our Facebook page, The Athlete Factory Nebraska, or schedule an appointment on the website, which will lead you straight to scheduling today.
For a magical one-of-a-kind festival featuring fabulous vintage antiques and junk vendors, along with makers, food trucks, bands, homemade apple cider and donuts, and of course those Bloody Marys. Then come to Junkstock this fall, September 27th through the 29th, and October 4th through the 6th. Head over to junkstock.com for more information about this top 10 festival in America per the USA Today. At Junkstock, we are all about peace, love, and junk. See you this fall. Austin McNorton and Matt Richmond back here with you for the final game of the Class B Junior State Tournament here from Frost Family Stadium and Chris Frank Field with the lights on. We are scoreless through one half. Here we go in the bottom of the first. The ETC Mount Michaels do up 1-2-3 against Connor Erickson on the mound. So we talked about how each of these two teams got here to this point. Game number 15, Central City working their way primarily through the winner's bracket, undefeated 3-0, before falling last night to ETC. Their first loss of the summer. They're 28-1, as this is a chopper hit over to short. Gonzalez is there, fires it high to first, but a good play by Luters, keeping his foot on the bag, and there's one away.
Burrows grounds out to the shortstop for the first out of the inning. That'll now bring up the pitcher, number 3, Max Teeter.
Here's the pitcher, Max Teeter, standing in the right-hand batter's box. He played third in the last game. So there's one out here in the bottom of the first. And let's go ahead and take a look at the team in green and their defense. It's Jensen out, and it's Quinn Jensen in left, Caden Mourner in center, Jacob Brazzi in right, Colbin Peters at third, Martin Gonzalez at short, Parker Zickman stands at second, Coulter Luters at first, Connor Erickson on the mound, and Herman, Oliver Herman, Oliver Herman behind home plate in the catcher's gear will be calling the signs for his lefty. And
that's dirty.
ETC Mount Michael, their record, they came into the tournament with a 28-10 record. They're now 32-11, winning 4 games in a row here. Coming out of the loser's bracket, a slow roller to second. Parker Zickman comes to a knee, fires it to first in time, and there's 2 away. As Cam Cerrone will step up.
Teeter grounds out to the second baseman for the second out of the inning. That'll now bring up the left fielder, number 43, Cam Cerrone.
And we talked about Central City's route to get here. ETC, they've had their backs against the wall, and they've been trailing in literally every game that they have played in here in this tournament. Every single game they've had a run deficit of some sort. Even against the host site, Waterloo Valley, they were trailing 1-0 after the first inning, and they came on to win 9-2. They were losing 3-0 to Alliance, and they lost 4-3 in that game. They were losing 4-1 to Crete, and they ended up winning 15-5. They were losing 2-0 to Central City, and ended up winning 4-3. And they were losing today against Lincoln Christian in the top of the 7th, 5-3. They took the lead in the top of the 7th and won it 6-5. So that was game number 1 today to determine who would be here in this championship Wednesday night. And it's a rematch from last night. A check swing on a pitch that dropped in on Oliver Herman, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes with nobody on and 2 outs. And Matt, we're going to get to talk about Connor Erickson quite a bit as this game goes along, but this kid has some talent out there on the mound with the lefty delivery.
Oh, he is straight and nasty. Miss Jackson, nasty. He is just, his curveball is probably one of the best curveballs I have seen this year, and I'm talking between varsity, JV, spring juniors, and summer juniors and summer seniors. And we've seen some kids up in Minnesota, and we played in some tournaments, and this kid might have the best curveball.
So here's the 2-2 pitch. It's low, and the count is full. And we appreciate everyone on BSDN Live for leaving comments and tuning into this broadcast. Kerry Collingham says, let's go green. And thanks to Wayne Gleason for your kind words. And he says, go Central City. Both teams have brought a great fan base as this is hit right back up the middle, and Connor caught it. For out number 3, it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. It's a 6-up, 6-down inning number 1. We go to inning number 2 scoreless on BSDN Live. Players, parents, family members, and especially all of our fans want to give a huge thank you to the Valley American Legion Post number 58 for a special summer baseball season. The Valley, Nebraska American Legion Post number 58 is open to all veterans in the area who have served. Thank you for serving. Thank you for supporting us this entire summer, and go Wingnuts. Lightning Exteriors is a proud sponsor of Waterloo Valley Post 58 Baseball. At Lightning Exteriors, we offer a comprehensive range of exterior services to cater to your specific needs. Whether it's roofing, siding, gutters, or other exterior enhancements, our team has the expertise and experience to deliver exceptional results. We understand the unique challenges of our regions and ensure that our solutions are tailored to withstand the local climate conditions. To learn more, head over to lightning-exteriors.com. Truck Center Companies is one of the largest Freightliner/Western Star truck dealerships in the U.S. with locations in 18 cities across the Midwest. In business since 1975, our product line features Freightliner, Western Star, Thomas Built buses, and Ottawa trucks. TCC also provides parts and service, full maintenance, fleet management, leasing and rental, and even has on-site body shops at several locations to help get you back on the road and keep you there. Visit TruckCenterCompanies.com for more information. Austin McNorton and Matt Richmond back here with you from Frost Family Stadium. First pitch swung on, sent to deep center field, and over the head of Nolan Jocelyn. And Colvin Peters on one pitch has a stand-up double for Central City.
Peters with a stand-up double to lead the top of the second. That'll now bring up the center fielder, number 6, Caden Mourner.
Here's Caden Mourner in the batter's box for Central City now after Colvin Peters gets things started. The first base runner for either team. It's Max Teeter out there on the mound for the ETC Knights. He's been playing third most of this tournament. This is the first time we've seen him on the pitcher's mound, I believe.
No, he pitched earlier.
Trying to remember when that was. Do you remember when that was off the top of your head?
I think it was against Waterloo Valley.
There might be some truth to that. Let me see here. Nope, it wasn't against them. Was it against Alliance in game 1, maybe?
Oh, no. Yeah, it was Alliance. He came in second. Yep.
He came in and closed out Alliance and was actually the one who gave up the walk-off win in that game in their one loss of this tournament. So that's the last time that he's pitched. That was in game number 1 in their 4-3 walk-off loss. Caden Mourner at the plate, looks at a pitch low. It's 2 balls and a strike with a runner at second and nobody out. And thanks to Jonas Mears Richmond, he's running that scoreboard you see in the bottom left corner of your screen.
Shout out.
Big shout out. Jan Bruner says Central City, great team, great kids, go so proud of them. They've had quite the showing, but this is the one team that's gotten them. And Matt, we heard from several sources they were here early this morning, ready to go.
I cannot confirm or deny those rumors.
We heard that the batting cages were opened early for Central City as I think they're all business, pretty amped up to play this team in red and black again. after what happened to them last night. The first time they've lost all summer long. This was the team that did it. And based on the demeanor down there in the dugout when I walked on the field before the game started, and then what everyone around here was talking about this morning, they were here early, ready to go. And when you're sitting around waiting all day to play, after playing last night, having to play again tonight, it makes sense. That'll occupy your time. A chopper hit over to the left side. Tough play for Petrosky. Got it. Really nice throw from Preston Petrosky over there at short. And that's a big out, number one, because it also keeps Colbin Peters at second.
Marner grounds out to the shortstop for the first out of the inning. That'll now bring up the DH, number 25, Logan Vakiner.
So Petrosky was standing basically on the edge of the grass, deep on the hole on the left side, and fired a bullet over to first, and Caden Marner goes down for out number one. And here's the DH tonight, Logan Vakiner. And that hits him right in the back, and there's 2 on with 1 away.
Vakiner hit by pitch. That'll now bring up the first baseman, number 12, Coulter Looters.
And here's Coulter Looters into the batter's box, the first baseman. Last night against this Knight squad, against Ethan Siegmund, he went 1 for 3 with a double and a run scored. And that was the third run of the night, just 1 run short. A pickoff play to second, honestly, was pretty close, but it just got out of the glove of Petrosky covering the bag into shallow center. But Teeter right there, Matt, almost got him. It was closer than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, you've got to really pay attention when you're at second with that that spin move, not spin move, that the gate move is what they call it. They'll lift the leg and then come back over because you can keep that up forever.
Here's the pitch, and it's roped into left
Over
and over the head of Cerrone. Rounding third, coming home is Colbin Peters. Rounding third, coming home is Logan Vakiner. A 2 RBI double for Coulter Looters, and Central City once again has a 2-0 lead over the Knights of ETC.
Looters with a 2 RBI double. That'll now bring up the second baseman, number 1, Parker Zickman.
So, just like last night, Central City has built a 2-0 lead over ETC Mount Michael. Now, Matt, I think you and I can both agree you want to push this lead as much as you can because, like we talked about, and we're going to continue to talk about, this Mount Michael team, every time they've been from behind, they've come back and won.
Yeah, they are very notorious to sit, and then all of a sudden be like, you know what, I think we're going to play now. And then whack, you know. Yeah, they're very notorious that. Yeah, they need to. And I think right now from the intensity of this side, from the third base side that we're looking at right now, Central City is not messing around. I will not be surprised if we get another 2 or 3 runs up in this inning because I don't think they're not taking this lightly. They're very upset about last night's game still.
Well, here's how it went for them last night against ETC. They brought 8 batters to the plate on 3 hits, a walk, and 2 runs as Parker Zickman gets hit in the back.
Zickman gets hit in the back. That puts runners on first
But
and
like
second.
I was saying,
That'll now bring up the shortstop, number 3, Martin Gonzalez.
last night against ETC, they jumped out early. In the bottom of the first, they brought 8 batters to the plate on 3 hits, a walk. They scored 2 runs. However, they left the bases loaded in that first inning, and they never had anything going again until the bottom of the 6th where they scored a run.
And who threw for Elkhorn last night?
Ethan Siegman.
And Siegman kept them. After that
Yep.
inning, they could not figure him out.
They were shut down after that inning.
He did a great job.
And so this feels like an eerily similar situation for Central City like it was last night. Early in the game, you have momentum. You've already scored 2 runs. You have an opportunity for a big inning rather than a good inning. And we know what ETC did last night when they prevented a big inning. They won the game, absolutely shutting down Central City and winning the game. And so this feels like for Central City an opportunity where to take a big lead seems pretty crucial
This is what we call redemption.
Yep, exactly right.
And this is what it is for Central City. And here we come again. What have we been talking about all tournament long? 7-8-9, 7-8-9, 7-8-9. And look at who's out there right now. 7 hit 2 runs in, 8 got hit, got on, and now 9's up. So if 9 comes up big, it's going to keep the trend of the team that has their bottom half of the order hitting well. It's going to end up probably winning this game, because that's what happened last night with ETC. ETC's bottom half kept them in that game and brought them back.
Absolutely. Here's Martin Gonzalez at the plate, batter number 9. He has 2 runners on, 1 out, and a 2-1 count now as that pitch misses low and away on Max Teeter. Martin Gonzalez coming into this tournament, batting number 9, a .373 batting average, a .452 on base percentage, had 22 hits, 15 of them being singles, 6 doubles, 1 triple, 21 RBIs, and 21 runs scored. So that's pretty impressive for batter number 9, and he looks at strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and Max Teeter could love a strikeout right here in this spot.
I would love to get my shotgun and shoot Jan's books like they shot dishes.
And Max ready, fires, and
that's
it's
a shot.
sent into center field, down in front of Jocelyn. Rounding third, coming home is Coulter Luters. The throw is not there. An RBI single, the bottom of the order coming through for Central City again.
Gonzalez with an RBI single to center field. That'll bring us back to the top of the order with the left fielder, number 23, Quinn Jensen.
So Central City jumping out on top early. It's a 3-0 lead for the team in green here in the top of the second. And Ben Alessandro going out to talk to his pitcher, Max Teeter, just trying to settle him down a little bit. And this was the moment in the game against Crete for ETC. They were losing 4-1 at that time in the game. I don't even remember who it was pitching for ETC.
It was the shortstop, Petrosky.
Yeah, Petrosky. Yeah, thank you, Matt. Petrosky was on the mound. He had given up a couple of hits and a couple runs, 3 of them to be exact, and ETC found themselves down 4-1. Ben Alessandro went out to the mound, talked to his pitcher, and just like that, they went on to win by 10. That was the moment in the game.
Yeah.
And so Ben, again, one of the leaders of this team for the night, comes out, talks to his pitcher. We'll see how Max does now after giving up 3 hits and 3 runs here in the top of the second. Pitch inside. Ooh, nice breaking ball there from Max in there for a strike. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. But that was the moment in the game, Matt, and so we'll see how this pitcher responds now.
Yeah, that was a very key moment. Yeah, and we'll see if Max responds the same way that Preston did.
Couple good breaking balls from Mr. Teeter out there. It's the left fielder, Quinn Jensen, in the batter's box now for Central City. He's 0 for 1 with the ground out to the shortstop in inning number 1. Stands in the right-hand box. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and he sends it over to third. Alessandro steps on the bag himself, fires it to first. It's not in time. He made that a close play as Jensen grounds into the fielder's choice, and there's 2 away.
Jensen grounds into the fielder's choice. Zigman's out at third for the second out of the inning. That'll now bring up the catcher, number 7, Oliver Herman.
So Parker Zigmund is forced out at third. Martin Gonzalez moves up to second. Quinn Jensen stands at first with 2 away now for Oliver Herman, the catcher. And he'll call time and step out.
I think right here with and don't get me wrong, I understand Jensen's their top of the order, but he's just the kind of guy who kind of bunts around, gets on base, hits a little base hit. But now you're facing 2, 3, 4. This is a big moment.
And this
Teeter.
is
He
hit
got a
to
good ground
third.
ball.
Alessandro dives
Got
and
it
touches the bag at third. So good ground outs for Max Teeter and Ben Alessandro. There's a moment to circle in this game. Max Teeter gives up 3 runs. Ben goes out and talks to him and gets the last 2 outs himself.
Herman
as we go to the
Grounds
bottom of the
to third
second, and
baseman on the
Central
field
City
is
leading
Joyce.
3-0.
Forcing Gonzalez out at third for the third out of the inning.
AWS Well Company, Inc. has been providing professional, reliable, and trusted service in the water well industry for over 50 years. We take pride in being a leader in water well drilling, geothermal systems, pump sales and pump repair, agricultural irrigation system, and septic installation. Our experts can custom design and install a water system that fits your specific needs. For more details, you can contact AWS Well at 402-624-3895.
Black Hills Energy is a proud sponsor of Waterloo Valley Post 58 Baseball. You need an energy partner that's always looking ahead. That's why we at Black Hills Energy are always ready to support, inspire, and drive your next adventure, whatever it may be. Because supporting your day-to-day is our everyday. And we're always here, ready for what comes next. Find out more at blackhillsenergy.com.
The Nebraska Chiropractic Physicians Association is a professional association of chiropractic physicians whose mission is to promote and advance the chiropractic profession in the state of Nebraska. Chiropractic is natural, holistic, and patient-centered. It is a safe, drug-free, cost-effective alternative in healthcare for the whole family. Start your path to better health today. Learn more about chiropractic care and find a doctor at nebraskachiropractic.org.
Austin McNorton and Matt Richmond back here with you on BSD and live from Frost Family Stadium and Chris Frank Field. To the bottom of the second we go. Central City now leads it 3-0 after 3 hits in the top of the second. And now they'll rely on Connor Erickson, the lefty out there for Central City, to keep that 3-run lead against the best team in the tournament when they have a deficit. They've been down by as many as 3 runs in 1, 2, 3. 3 out of, 3. 3 totals out of the 6 games they've played. Incredible. It's Will Schieber in the batter's box. He was the player of the game for ETC in game number 1 today. Grounder to Gonzalez, fires it to first in time, and there's 4 up, 4 down. As we will
Schieber
go ahead.
grounds out to the shortstop for the first out of the inning. That'll now bring up the DH, number 37, Jamison Berry.
Let's take a look at Mr. Erickson on the mound for Central City. Connor has been the ace this summer for the team in green. 8 games played, 8 games started. He's 7-0, facing 198 batters coming into the tournament. This has popped up in foul territory over towards the Mount Michael dugout, and they go into the dugout, and the ball pops up over the roof and into the parking lot, just off your screen to the right.
I think, I honestly think that Luters could have had that, but he looked down at the catcher, at Herman, at the last second because they were so close together.
They both kind of got there at the same time, but Jamison Berry lives another day. But going back to Erickson's numbers, 31 hits, 20 runs, 11 earned runs, 18 walks, 60 strikeouts, and a 1.75 ERA. He pitched in game number 1 for Central City in a really impressive game for Central City. They've looked good all tournament, but that might have been the best they looked, was in game number 1 against a Lincoln Christian team who they finished 3rd in the tournament. It wasn't some,
It was no Waterloo Valley. I'm going to be honest. I'm a Waterloo Valley guy. But, Waterloo Valley went 0-2. Or Minden or, something like that.
It wasn't a bad team who went 0-2. Yeah, exactly. It was the 3rd-place team in the tournament, Lincoln Christian. And in that performance, Connor Erickson on the mound, he allowed 2 hits, as this is hit over to second. Parker Zickman, a routine play. 5 up, 5 down for ETC.
Berry grounds out to the second baseman for the second out of the inning. That'll now bring up the catcher, number 25, Miles Wewell.
But going back to what I was saying, he's only given up 2 hits, 1 walk, and 3 base runners total in that game against Lincoln Christian. A really good offense for Lincoln Christian. He only gave up 3 base runners the entire game. He only faced the order twice through 5 innings. Only faced 18 batters in a 5-inning victory, 8-0.
Yeah, he was nails.
Absolutely lights out, just like he has been all summer long. And so far, so good. 5 up, 5 down for the catcher, Miles Wewell, here for ETC.
You can tell Wewell's a catcher. Look at his pants.
Yeah, they don't look very white.
No, they are dirty.
ETC's played a lot of baseball in a short amount of time. They played last night against Central City in a close 1-run victory. They came from behind in the top of the 7th as this is bounced off the leg of Erickson. Connor, a tough play. Barehand, he got him. Connor Erickson 6 up, 6 down as we go to the top of the 3rd. Central City leads it 3-0 on BSDN Live when we come back.
At Valley Construction, our team of dedicated professionals is driven by a singular purpose, bringing your unique vision to life through our unrivaled design, build, remodel, and renovation services. With a wealth of industry experience, we have cultivated an impeccable reputation for our extraordinary artisanship, meticulous attention to detail, and unwavering commitment to exceeding customer expectations. Reach out to Valley Construction today to embark on a remodeling journey where your vision is cherished and exceptional results are guaranteed. ValleyNEconstruction@gmail.com.
Elkhorn Training Camp is Omaha's premier indoor sports facility for youth athletes. We offer world-class training and facilities with open practice areas, lessons, camps, and clinics. Whether it's baseball, softball, soccer, strength and conditioning training, we have the staff and facility for you. Reserve a time. Check us out at elkhorntrainingcamp.com.
Woodhouse Auto Family is the home of 21 brands with over 1,100 pre-owned, certified pre-owned, and over 5,600 vehicle selection that can be found at woodhouse.com or visit one of their locations just down the road from anywhere you're at. Woodhouse has proudly been serving the customers and communities since 1975 with a goal to provide you with a buying and servicing experience that builds a trusted partnership for a lifetime. Find them at woodhouse.com.
Austin McNorton and Matt Richmond back here with you on BSDN Live as we go to the top of the 3rd. And Central City leads the ETC Mount Michael Knights 3-0. Due up for Central City are their 3-4-5 hitters, and that brings up the pitcher Connor Erickson into the batter's box against Max Teeter again. Connor is 0 for 1 with a strikeout back in inning number 1. And he gets under that one and fouls it out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Connor's kind of been struggling these last couple games. I don't think he's had a hit since game 2.
Yeah. Let's see. In game number 1 at the plate, he went 1 for 4 with a single. In game number 2, Connor went 2 for 3 with a single, a double, and a walk. As this pitch is hit into left, right at Cerrone,
yes,
over his head, and right on cue, Connor Erickson starts out inning number 3 the same way inning number 2 started, a stand-up double.
That's always a tough one for a left fielder because that ball is tailing on him. With a lefty coming up like that, that's always a tough one.
Erickson with a stand-up double to lead the top of the 3rd. That'll now bring up the 3rd baseman, number 4, Colvin Peters.
But kind of going back to Connor Erickson, he went 1 for 4 against West Point in game number 3. And then last night against ETC, he went 0 for 4. So he hasn't had a hit until just now.
Yeah. But I think he's done like 6 or 7 at-bats without a hit.
Yeah, it was 7 in a row without a hit until that one right there.
Which is weird for him since you're batting over 600 for the season.
His batting average is 592.
592,
and his on-base percentage is 655. So
right.
well below what he's been used to doing the entire summer. As here's Colbin Peters in the batter's box, who's already 1 for 1 with a stand-up double and a run scored. So 1 on and missed there, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes with 1 ball and 1 strike, with Connor Erickson standing at second. So yes, that breaks a 0 for 7 streak from Connor Erickson, who's trying to give himself a little bit more cushion.
That might have been the longest 0 for streak he's had all year.
Yeah, I guarantee that it is, yeah. I'd put a safe bet on that for sure. What a great attendance we've had for this tournament also, Matt. I mean, the fan support has been incredible, both from Central City. West Point brought a great crowd. Alliance brought a spectacular crowd from 6 hours away. Minden brought a great crowd, as this is the only baseball they have. Crete brought a great crowd, and of course, ETC. They're the closest team here to Valley, and they have a spectacular crowd as well. It has been amazing. And you can just tell how much a state championship would mean to both of these communities.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Especially a small community.
This is
sent another one?
Into shallow center, and it is in the gap. Jocelyn can't catch up. Erickson rounds third. He will score standing, an RBI single for Colbin Peters, and Central City really successful 4-0 lead.
Peters with an RBI single that'll now bring up the center fielder, number 6, Caden Mourner.
So you wonder how much longer Max Teeter has out there on the mound, as he's now given up 5 hits and 4 runs.
This reminds me, I didn't mean to interrupt you,
but
this reminds me of game 1 right now for Central City.
The way they played against Lincoln Christian, yep.
Yes.
In that game against Lincoln Christian, Central City jumped out early. It was 2-0 after the second inning. It was 3-0 after the fourth inning. And then they scored 5 runs in inning number 5 to win it in 5. And this is hit through the hole on the left side. Caden Mourner finds a crease. He's on with his first hit of the night. And the rally keeps going for Central City.
Mourner with a base hit to left puts runners on first and second. That'll now bring up the DH, number 25, Logan Vakiner.
Thanks to everyone tuning into our broadcast on BSD and Live. Thanks to Jonas Mears Richmond running the scoreboard in the bottom left corner. And thanks to all of our sponsors you see rotating in the bottom right corner. We wouldn't be able to do this if it weren't for their support of this Legion team here in Valley and putting on this broadcast here on BSD and Live. And we appreciate everyone tuning in, and all the comments you're leaving is Mark Wewell says, go Mount Michael, such a great tournament. It has been for ETC. Ann Erickson says, go Green. Amber Haynes says, go Green. And Michelle January says, go Martin Gonzalez of Central City, who's been great this tournament, batting 9th in the order. 2 on and a nobody out. And a 1-0 count into Logan Vakiner, the DH for Central City. He got hit by a pitch in that second inning where they had 3 hits and 3 runs. Hoping for another big inning here.
You bunt? No, you let him go. No, you let him go.
Let him go, and it's a foul ball. Just barely foul. Head coach Ben Nelson was surprised it was foul, but I think it's the right call. I mean, you have 2 umpires on that left field line.
Well, I think you had Bill at third base there, Mr. Bill Bivens, and then you also had Joe Giesick over here. I think they both were like saying that's a foul ball. So
the home plate and third base umpire both say it's a foul ball. And Logan will walk back into the right-hand batter's box with just a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 on, nobody out. I think it was the right call, Matt.
Yeah, I mean, it bounced in front of the bag, and it kind of took a hard left from our angle. So yeah. I don't think it crossed the bag at all. And he's right there. I mean, he had the best angle.
This is sent
Oh.
into deep center field, way
Got
deep
him.
and way over the head of Nolan Jocelyn. Rounding third is Colvin Peters. Rounding third is Caden Warner. It's a 2 RBI triple for Logan Vakiner, and Central City is pouring it on.
Do you think they want to double check on that again now? Let's see if it was fair or foul.
I think they're going to live with what just happened.
Vakiner with a 2-run triple. That'll now bring a timeout.
So it's 4 hits in a row for Central City, and that might be it for Max Teeter. As Central City pours it on here in the top of the third, still nobody out. They lead it 6-0. And Matt, I think they were ready for this game based off of what happened last night.
Yeah, like I said, this is a revenge game. This isn't one of those games of, yeah, you beat us in the beginning of the season. This is a fresh wound.
Yeah, it is.
And
That's the best way to describe it.
They
Yep.
want revenge. And I tell you what they're doing right now is that they're getting their revenge.
Yeah, they're not messing around either. It's just one after the other.
And they're showing why they were probably the favorite to win this tournament right now.
Coulter Looters has already had a big hit. He's 1 for 1 with a double and a run scored in inning number 2.
Central City, number 12, the first baseman, Coulter Looters.
Coulter has 2 RBIs already, and they're going to throw it to third and lay a tag down on Vakiner.
Okay, so what they were doing there, they weren't meaning to touch Vakiner. What they were trying to do is they're trying to say that one of the runners did not tag third on their way home.
Okay. So they're saying that maybe Caden Warner missed the bag at third.
Warner
Okay.
or Peters, one of those two.
Pitch inside. It's still Max Teeter out there on the mound. He's now given up 7 hits and 6 runs here through 2 full innings. And just trying to get that elusive out number 1. Coulter Looters had a 2 RBI double in inning number 2, and then he was brought in on Martin Gonzalez's RBI single.
I honestly don't know if ETC has any more arms.
Yep, they definitely used their ace last night. Petrosky, the
flat
shortstop, has trouble
Good
to
arm, though.
first. Good arm from Preston Petrosky as Coulter Looters is thrown out, but he does bring in a run on the ground out, and it's a 7-0 Central City lead.
Looters grounds out to the shortstop, drives in a run for the first out of the inning. That'll now bring up the second baseman, number 1, Parker Zickman.
So all 4 hits score for Central City, and now there's 1 out and nobody on, and
Oh,
a
that's a
first
gap?
pitch gapper into
Gary's
right
there.
center, but a good job by Anthony Gates right off the
Gates.
bat. He read it, and there's 2 away. On 1 pitch to Parker Zickman, and now here's Martin
Flies out to the
Gonzalez.
right fielder for the second out of the inning. That'll now bring up the shortstop, number 3, Martin Gonzalez.
Martin Gonzalez back in there. He's already 1 for 1 with an RBI single in the last inning, and he was forced out at third for the final out of that top of the second.
So I believe this is batter number 8.
It is batter number 7 of this inning.
7.
Yep, batter number
that's
7
right.
of this inning.
That's right. Erickson started off, not Oliver.
Yes.
Yeah, not Herman.
So batter number 7. They batted 7 in the last inning also. Or they batted 8 in the last inning, sorry. This is hit over to second. A high hop goes over the glove of Burrows into right field, and once again, the 9-man gets on for Central City.
Gonzalez reaches on the base hit. That'll now bring us back to the top of the order for Central City with the left fielder, number 23, Quinn Jensen.
So here's the leadoff man, Quinn Jensen, coming up for Central City. He's 0 for 2 with a ground out to short and reaching on a fielder's choice. But, Matt, that play right there sometimes shows that sometimes the ball's just bouncing your way, and right now it is for Central City.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it doesn't. It seems like it doesn't matter what Central City does with the ball when they put it in play. It's finding a hole or it's just bouncing over somebody.
And I think a lot of the Central City players, coaches, fans would say that last night they made good contact, but it just worked out for ETC because it was hit right at them rather than the other way around.
Right, yeah. Here, Central City's finding gaps, finding holes.
Last night they were hitting it right at the Knights players. So Quinn Jensen steps up. It's 2 balls and no strikes. The runner at first is Martin Gonzalez. And really it was 8 batters in the first inning for Central City, but then Ethan Siegman shut them down.
Good pitch. Good 2-0.
But yeah, Matt, we wondered coming into this game who the Knights had in terms of their arms. We didn't know. We knew Ethan Siegman was their ace, and he got the win last night over the best team record-wise in the state. And we wondered who they'd have as they threw Miles Wewell and Jamison Berry today against Lincoln Christian. You wondered who they'd have left.
Yeah, it's it's like I said, it's not a big team compared to Central City. They've only got 13 players compared to – that's a good pitch right there.
Strike 3 looking, and down goes Quinn Jensen, but a great inning for Central City. 5 hits, no walks, 4 runs, and 1 left on. As we go to the bottom of the third, Central City leads 7-0 on BSDN Live. Gregoridge Plumbing is a proud sponsor of Waterloo Valley Post 58 Legion Baseball. Give them a call at 402-359-9117 for all of your installation, service, and repair needs. When it comes to plumbing, Gregoridge is the experts. Once again, give them a call at 402-359-9117. Gregoridge Plumbing, proud sponsors of Waterloo Valley Post 58 Baseball.
Smart Freight Funding is the #1 factoring company for the bulk trucking industry. But we're not just bulk. We factor all trailer types and any freight with over 50 years of driving, dispatching, contracting, and accounting experience in the trucking industry. Let someone who's been in your shoes handle your finances. Learn why clients use Smart Freight Funding and get started today at smartfreightfunding.com.
Austin McNorton and Matt Richmond back here with you from Frost Family Stadium and Chris Frank Field. It is the championship game, winner take all of the 2024 Nebraska American Legion Class B Junior State Tournament here on BSDN Live. We're in the bottom of the third, and Central City pouring it on as they lead 7-0. As last in the top half of this inning, they scored 4 runs on 5 hits and left 1 on. They lead 7-0. And Connor Erickson back out there. He faces the 7, 8, 9 batters of Central City, and that, or of ETC, I should say. And that brings the shortstop Preston Petrosky into the box, and he strikes out looking. The first strikeout of the night for Connor Erickson. And here is the center fielder Nolan Jocelyn into the batter's box. He's out in center field tonight, and he has watched some balls go over his head, and he's just trying to be a base runner. And, Matt, we know this Knights team has come from behind, but this is starting to feel a little bit more daunting, especially the way that this lefty is dealing right now.
Yeah, and we said this earlier in the broadcast that, you know, you can get down 3-0, but this is not a pitcher you want to get down to at all.
Yeah, a 1-run deficit against Connor Erickson is tough.
I mean, the guy
7 seems really tough.
I mean, the guy's got a
7.5
ERA.
On the whole summer.
On the whole summer. In 9 appearances.
In 9 appearances.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just straight what we like to call bulldog.
This is hit over to third. Peters scoops it up, fires it to first in time. It's 8 sat down in a row for Connor Erickson.
Jocelyn grounds out to the third baseman for the second out of the inning. That'll now bring up the third baseman, number 1, Ben Alessandro.
So here's Ben Alessandro in the batter's box now. He's playing third in this game, and he's been a really good batter in that 9-hole spot for ETC here in this tournament. He struggled today, though, against Lincoln Christian. He went 0 for 3, which is rare for him because at one point he had reached base 6 times in a row. And I think that hit a car based on the crowd's reaction.
It wasn't mine, so I'm okay.
Well, it wasn't mine either. But the way the crowd kind of in unison goes, ooh, that's never a good sound. Hit up the middle. Parker Zigman goes to a knee over to his right, fires it to first. Boy, does he make that look easy. 9 sat down in a row for Connor Erickson. He has a 7-0 lead going to the fourth on BSDN Live, and we'll be right back after this.
Alessandro rounds out to the
At the Athlete Factory, you can be the best player you can be, all while practicing indoors. Down in Waterloo, Nebraska, the Athlete Factory specializes in indoor softball, baseball, soccer, and basketball training. Some services include facility rentals, lessons, and camps. Here at the Athlete Factory, we pride ourselves on teaching skills to better players and teams. So if this sounds like a good opportunity to parents or coaches, you can find us at our Facebook page, The Athlete Factory Nebraska, or schedule an appointment on the website, which will lead you straight to scheduling today.
For a magical one-of-a-kind festival featuring fabulous vintage antiques and junk vendors, along with makers, food trucks, bands, homemade apple cider and donuts, and of course those Bloody Marys. Then come to Junkstock this fall, September 27th through the 29th, and October 4th through the 6th. Head over to junkstock.com for more information about this top 10 festival in America per the USA Today. At Junkstock, we are all about peace, love, and junk. See you this fall. The players, parents, family members, and especially all of our fans want to give a huge thank you to the Valley American Legion Post number 58 for a special summer baseball season. The Valley, Nebraska American Legion Post number 58 is open to all veterans in the area who have served. Thank you for serving, thank you for supporting us this entire summer, and go Wingnuts! Lightning Exteriors is a proud sponsor of Waterloo Valley Post 58 Baseball. At Lightning Exteriors, we offer a comprehensive range of exterior services to cater to your specific needs. Whether it's roofing, siding, gutters, or other exterior enhancements, our team has the expertise and experience to deliver exceptional results. We understand the unique challenges of our regions and ensure that our solutions are tailored to withstand the local climate conditions. To learn more, head over to lightning-exteriors.com. Truck Center Companies is one of the largest Freightliner/Western Star truck dealerships in the U.S. with locations in 18 cities across the Midwest. In business since 1975, our product line features Freightliner, Western Star, Thomas Built buses, and Ottawa trucks. TCC also provides parts and service, full maintenance, fleet management, leasing and rental, and even has on-site body shops at several locations to help get you back on the road and keep you there. Visit TruckCenterCompanies.com for more information. Welcome back to Frost Family Stadium and Chris Frank Field on BSDN Live. Austin McNorton and Matt Richmond here with you as we go to the top of the fourth. Central City leading it 7-0 as they had 3 hits and 3 runs in inning number 2. They had 5 hits and 4 runs in inning number 3. And Oliver Herman sends one deep to left, and it's off the bottom of the wall. A stand-up double for the 3rd straight inning for Central City to lead it off.
Herman with a stand-up double to start the top of the 4th inning. Gonna now bring up the pitcher, number 33, Connor Erickson.
Hit number 9 for Central City, and the 3rd inning in a row that they started with a leadoff double. Colvin Peters started inning number 2 with the leadoff double. Connor Erickson started inning number 3 with a leadoff double, and now Oliver Herman starts inning number 4 with a leadoff double. It's amazing how funny this game is, Matt.
Right?
I mean,
and here
there's
it comes.
a rope into center, and holding it third will be Herman on Connor Erickson's second hit of the night.
Now they've awoken the beast.
Yeah, he was 0 for 7, and now he is 2 for
Erickson with
2.
a base hit. That'll now bring the third baseman, number 4, Coleman Peters.
0 for his last 7, and or 0 for his last 8, and now he is 2 for 2 with runners at the corners and nobody out. And we haven't mentioned yet, it's a new pitcher on the mound for ETC. Alessandro, it's hit right back to him. He looks Herman back over to third and fires it to first in time. Nice play by Ben Alessandro, who we were just talking about. So him and Max Teeter just switched spots, and there's one away.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 6, Caden Warner.
So Connor Erickson moves up to second. Oliver Herman stands at third with 1 out for Caden Warner, who watches a good breaking ball on the outside part of the zone. The Knights defense is in on the grass, all right there on the edge of it, for Caden Warner, who's 1 for 2 tonight with an RBI single and a run scored in that third inning. He steps up with a chance to drive in a couple more here.
Yeah, that would be the 8th run.
And this is a chopper over to short. Petrosky will fire it home. Nice play by Preston Petrosky to throw out Oliver Herman at home, and there's 2 away. Really nicely done there by the shortstop.
Warner grounds into the fielder's choice. Herman thrown out at home for the second out of the inning. That'll now bring up the DH, number 25, Logan Vakiner.
So Connor Erickson moves up to third. Caden Warner stands at first now for Central City with 2 outs and runners at the corners. And really nice play by the shortstop Petrosky for ETC.
Yeah, that was a really good throw.
Ooh, good catch by Wewell, and you can
He
hear.
was staring down the third base line, though.
Oh man, the Central City crowd all kind of was like, "Oh, they know that could have been run number 8 right there."
Yeah. Honestly, though, I'm surprised Warner's still standing on first right now.
Yeah, because you know that Wewell probably isn't going to throw it over there to second. Yeah, he doesn't get really much of a lead over there at first either.
And if he does, stop and then try to get yourself in a pickle and get that run.
Time is called by Logan Bakeener, and I think they're going to have a courtesy runner for Erickson over there at third. Should be. Is it Potsy
Yep,
again?
it is.
Okay.
Attention, courtesy running over at third base, number 9, Angelo Pozzi.
So Potsy stands at third for Erickson. Caden Warner still at first, and Logan Vakiner at the plate. He is 1 for 1 tonight with a 2 RBI triple, and he was hit by a pitch, and he has scored 2 runs. A pickoff play to first. Bold move by Wewell, and Warner's back safely.
Yeah.
I didn't expect that.
I wasn't expecting that either, but Potsy right now is getting an earful from Coach Nelson about because he went straight back to the bag. You got to get off on that when he throws down the first.
3-0 counts, now 3-1 on Vakiner, the DH.
I'm very surprised that they're not running
Yeah.
Warner right now.
You know Wewell's not going to throw it down to second.
You wouldn't think.
And this is off the end of the bat, and it will go foul into the Central City bullpen and over towards the snow cone stand just off your screen there on our broadcast.
The Big O Snow.
Boy, they have. I walked by their truck earlier. It looks like the entire interior is just flavors.
And there goes some of our board members right now going in and get some of their Big O Snow.
It's the one thing I haven't had in the 5 days we've been here.
Neither have I.
I think I'm missing out.
Jonas, you have. Did you enjoy it?
What flavor did you get? Blue Raz, the classic. Here's the pitch, and it's high and inside. Ball 4 on Vakiner, and the bases are loaded for Central City.
Not a good guy to have.
Nope.
Vakiner draws the walk to load the bases. That'll now bring up the first baseman, number 12, Coulter Luders.
Potsy at third. Mourner at second, Vakiner at first. And you said it, Matt. Not a guy you'd want up with the bases loaded. A pickoff play back to third, and Potsy slides back safely. Coulter Looters is 1 for 2 tonight with a stand-up RBI double. And it may have been the hardest hit ball of the night. It was deep to center field and just off the edge of the warning track, which is probably about, 375?
370.
Is it 380 to center?
Yeah, that's
okay.
about 372.
Okay. But he's 0-2 now, so now has to play a little bit of defense. This would be a massive strikeout for Alessandro. Whoa. Boy, he just missed a grand slam. That was crushed.
And that was going out. That landed. You guys could not see that, but that landed about 15 feet over the fence at 3. It would have been at 330. It would have been about 340 easily.
Well, Coulter just missed a grand slam, so now Alessandro tries to fight back, and it's a pitch inside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Bases loaded and 2 outs. Oliver Herman started out this inning with a double. He got thrown out at home. Erickson singled. Potsy stands at third for him. And there's a foul ball. Colvin Peters grounded out to Alessandro. Caden Mourner reached on a fielder's choice. Vakiner walked. That's what has the bases loaded right now. But Central City yet to score a run here in this top of the 4th. Could get a several with one big swing of the bat here from a guy who has big swings. Looters off the end of the bat. He popped it up over first. Schieber makes the catch, and Central City leaves them loaded. So it's 2 hits, 1 walk, no runs, and 3 left on as we go to the bottom of the 4th. Central City leads 7-0 on BSDN Live.
Looters pops out to the first base.
Elkhorn Training Camp is Omaha's premier indoor sports facility for youth athletes. We offer world-class training and facilities with open practice areas, lessons, camps, and clinics. Whether it's baseball, softball, soccer, strength and conditioning training, we have the staff and facility for you. Reserve a time. Check us out at elkhorntrainingcamp.com. For a magical one-of-a-kind festival featuring fabulous vintage antiques and junk vendors, along with makers, food trucks, bands, homemade apple cider and donuts, and of course those Bloody Marys, then come to Junkstock this fall, September 27th through the 29th, and October 4th through the 6th. Head over to junkstock.com for more information about this top 10 festival in America per the USA Today. At Junkstock, we are all about peace, love, and junk. See you this fall.
AWS Well Company, Inc. has been providing professional, reliable, and trusted service in the water well industry for over 50 years. We take pride in being a leader in water well drilling, geothermal systems, pump sales and pump repair, agricultural irrigation system, and septic installation. Our experts can custom design and install a water system that fits your specific needs. For more details, you can contact AWS Well at 402-624-3895.
Austin McNorton and Matt Richmond back here with you on BSDN Live, high up above Frost Family Stadium and Chris Frank Field as we go to the bottom of the 4th. Central City leads it 7-0, and Connor Erickson back out there for the team in green as he has seen 9 batters and gotten 9 outs. Here's a slow roller over to third. Peters will fire it to first. Nice play by Colvin Peters. He was about the only one that could get there, and there's 1 up, 1 down.
Burrows grounds out to the third baseman for the first out of the inning. That'll now bring up the third baseman, number 3, Max Teeter.
You know what's been impressive tonight, Matt, from Colvin Peters, or Connor Erickson, I should say? He has struck out 60 batters coming in to this tournament. Here in this game, and you can tell his approach, is he's just letting his defense work. He's only struck out 1 guy in the 10 guys he's faced.
Yeah, I mean, and that's also credit to Mount Michael by putting the bat on the ball. But yes, I mean, he's been around the plate. You know, you haven't seen a lot of bad pitches per se.
Right.
Everything, he's just been on fire. You can look at him right now. He has laser focus.
Yeah, he's Not taking a ton of time between pitches. Pretty locked in.
And that was a great changeup on a 1-1 pitch. It had Teeters out in front, and look what he does.
Zickman makes the catch over at second. It is 11 up, 11 down for ETC as it goes to batter number 3, Cam Cerrone.
Teeters pops out to the second baseman for the second out of the inning. That'll now bring up the left fielder, number 43, Cam Cerrone.
Cam is 0 for 1. He might have the hardest hit ball tonight for ETC, but he hit it right back to Erickson, who made the catch on the line. And this is fouled off down the third base side, 0-1. And what's kind of special about this game is the final game of the summer, and the quote that we got before this tournament started from head coach Ben Nelson was that Oliver Herman and Connor Erickson have been our leaders on and off the field. They do a good job of keeping all the guys together, and they get to throw it to each other back and forth all night long, and you could tell right now they are determined to get this gold medal.
Yeah, they are the leaders, and they're showing it.
This is hit over to short. Gonzalez. A long throw is perfect. Well, 12 up, 12 down for Connor Erickson. He takes his team to the 5th with a 7-0 lead. We'll be back on BSDN Live in a moment.
At Valley Construction, our team of dedicated professionals is driven by a singular purpose, bringing your unique vision to life through our unrivaled design, build, remodel, and renovation services. With a wealth of industry experience, we have cultivated an impeccable reputation for our extraordinary artisanship, meticulous attention to detail, and unwavering commitment to exceeding customer expectations. Reach out to Valley Construction today to embark on a remodeling journey where your vision is cherished and exceptional results are guaranteed. ValleyNEConstruction@gmail.com. Smart Freight Funding is the #1 factoring company for the bulk trucking industry. But we're not just bulk. We factor all trailer types and any freight with over 50 years of driving, dispatching, contracting, and accounting experience in the trucking industry. Let someone who's been in your shoes handle your finances. Learn why clients use Smart Freight Funding and get started today at smartfreightfunding.com.
At the Athlete Factory, you can be the best player you can be, all while practicing indoors. Down in Waterloo, Nebraska, the Athlete Factory specializes in indoor softball, baseball, soccer, and basketball training. Some services include facility rentals, lessons, and camps. Here at the Athlete Factory, we pride ourselves on teaching skills to better players and teams. So if this sounds like a good opportunity to parents or coaches, you can find us at our Facebook page, The Athlete Factory Nebraska, or schedule an appointment on the website, which will lead you straight to scheduling today.
Welcome back to Frost Family Stadium and Chris Frank Field on BSDN Live. Austin McNorton and Matt Richmond here with you as we go to the 5th. Central City leads ETC Mount Michael 7-0. Thanks everyone for tuning into this broadcast here tonight and throughout all 5 of the days, all 15 of the games that we broadcasted. It's the 8-9-1 hitters due up here for Central City. Parker Zickman stands in. His first look at Ben Alessandro, who came in to throw that last inning, where Ben gave up 2 hits, a walk, and left the bases loaded. There's a good breaking ball in there for a strike. This has been a really special tournament. We were kind of talking a little bit off air about just the things that we've seen, and got Zickman down swinging. 1 up, 1 down for the first time since inning number 1.
Zickman goes down for the first out of the inning. That'll now bring up the shortstop, number 3, Martin Gonzalez.
So for the first time since inning number 1, Central City goes 1 up, 1 down. But here's batter number 9, Martin Gonzalez. He's 2 for 2 tonight. But we've seen it all. We saw a walk-off in game number 1, or in day number 1, I should say. We saw a perfect game going into the 7th. We saw a no-hitter going into the 7th. That was in the same game, by the way, between West Point and Lincoln Christian yesterday. We saw a 14-run inning by ETC as this is flown out to right, and there's 2 away.
Gonzalez flies out to the right.
We've seen a
fielder
couple
for
walk-offs.
the second out of the inning. That'll now bring us back to the top of the order with the left fielder, number 23, Quinn Jensen.
We've seen a home run. We've seen a triple play. I mean, you name it, it's been here at this state tournament. It has been amazing, Matt.
Yeah, it's been a fun tournament to broadcast and to watch.
We've been lucky to have the best seats in the house for all 15 of these games over the course of 5 days. It is the leadoff man, Quinn Jensen, up for Central City. He is due. He's 0 for 3 here already tonight with a ground out to short, reached on a fielder's choice, and a strikeout looking. And last night for Central City, Quinn went 2 for 4 with 2 singles, and it is a strikeout and a 3-up, 3-down inning for ETC for the first time since the first inning. We'll be back on BSDN Live. For a magical one-of-a-kind festival featuring fabulous vintage antiques and junk vendors, along with makers, food trucks, bands, homemade apple cider and donuts, and of course those Bloody Marys. Then come to Junk Stock this fall, September 27th through the 29th, and October 4th through the 6th. Head over to junkstock.com for more information about this top 10 festival in America per the USA Today. At Junkstock, we are all about peace, love, and junk. See you this fall. The players, parents, family members, and especially all of our fans want to give a huge thank you to the Valley American Legion Post number 58 for a special summer baseball season. The Valley, Nebraska American Legion Post number 58 is open to all veterans in the area who have served. Thank you for serving. Thank you for supporting us this entire summer, and go Wingnuts. Lightning Exteriors is a proud sponsor of Waterloo Valley Post 58 Baseball. At Lightning Exteriors, we offer a comprehensive range of exterior services to cater to your specific needs. Whether it's roofing, siding, gutters, or other exterior enhancements, our team has the expertise and experience to deliver exceptional results. We understand the unique challenges of our regions and ensure that our solutions are tailored to withstand the local climate conditions. To learn more, head over to lightning-exteriors.com. Austin McNorton and Matt Richmond back here with you on BSDN Live for the bottom of the 5th. We'll see, Matt, if the Knights can turn their first 1-2-3 inning since inning number 1 into maybe a little bit of offensive momentum here.
Right, yeah. Alexandro did a great job of containing the batters, and let's see if those bats can be used here.
Erickson has sat 12 up, 12 down, so he faces the 4, 5, 6 guys here for the Knights, and that brings the first baseman Will Schieber into the batter's box, who's 0 for 1 with a ground out to Martin Gonzalez at short, and that was back in inning number 2. So here he is to lead off the bottom of the 5th with a 7-run deficit. The 1-2 is outside, 2-2. Let's go with the Cracker Jacks. Nice move. Thanks to Jonas Mears Richmond. He's running the scoreboard you see in the bottom left corner of your screen there. Thanks to all of our sponsors in the bottom right corner of your screen. They have been so kind to be able to provide this broadcast. Here's the 3-2 pitch, the first of the night for Erickson. Schieber flies it out into the right center field gap, and Brazzi's under it for out number 1.
Actually, I think that might be the first ball out of the infield.
Yeah, it is. It is. Good call, Matt. It is.
Schieber flies out to the right fielder for the first out of the inning. That'll now bring up the DH, number 37, Jamison Berry.
Yeah, we haven't mentioned Jensen in left, Mortar and Sittner. That's the first time we mentioned Brazzi's name out there in right, as that's the first ball that's gotten out of the infield for the Knights.
Yeah, he's done. Erickson's done a great job keeping the ball low and making Elkhorn hit it into the ground.
And it's only been 1 strikeout, too, so it's been all infielders doing the work for the Central City. Hard hit ball to third. Nice play by Peters over to first in time. That's a really nice play from Peters. That was hit pretty hard right at him, and he made it look routine. And there's 2 up, 2 down, and 14 up, 14 down for ETC in the bottom of the fifth.
Third baseman for the second out of the inning. That'll now bring up the catcher, number 25, Miles Wewell.
Here's the catcher, Miles Wewell, coming into the right-hand batter's box. He's 0 for 1 with a ground out to Connor Erickson on the mound in inning number 2. And it's an 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. It is roped out into left, and it will go foul and out of play. It is Miles Wewell. And Erickson, looks like he gets something on his hand, maybe?
No.
Okay. Oh, my bad.
No, I think it's buttoned up on top.
Oh, on his jersey. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So he set his glove down, and now he's ready for the 0-2 count on Wewell. And here's the pitch. It is roped
And
over
there
to
it goes.
third, and it's a fair ball. Peters couldn't make a play that time. Miles Wewell breaks up the perfect game with a 2-out single in the bottom of the fifth, and the Knights have their first base runner of the night.
Wewell with a hard ground ball pass, the third baseman for the first hit for ETC. That'll now bring up the shortstop, number 6, number 5, Preston Petrosky. God bless it. Wake up.
So the perfect game is over for Connor Erickson. It's a 2-out base runner for ETC. Thanks to Miles Wewell with the 2-out single here in the bottom of the fifth. So that was a 14 up, 14 down game for Erickson. And now he faces batter number 7 in the lineup, the shortstop Preston Petrosky, who's the one guy that has struck out against Erickson tonight. He struck out looking to start out the bottom of the third inning.
Yeah, Wewell had a great approach at that at bat.
And this is hit through the hole on the left side. Back-to-back singles for the Knights. I know there's 2 outs and they're down 7, but this is what they like to do, so you never know. Watch out. We've seen crazier things happen in this tournament, believe it or not.
Petrosky with an infield single. That'll now bring up the center fielder, number 4, Nolan Joslin.
So back-to-back base hits for the Knights, and that brings up batter number 8 and center fielder Nolan Joslin to the plate. We saw a 10-hit, 14-run inning for the Knights with 1 out.
50-cent candy. 50-cent candy. All right, kids, get up there and ask your parents for some money. Let's go.
50 cents. That's a steal, my friend. Here's the 0-1. It's high. But Nolan Joslin, he's 0 for 1 with the ground out to Peters at third, and that was in inning number 3, his first time up.
And I see parents already going, no, no.
It's late on a Wednesday. We got a long drive home. We don't need you awake for it. For those Central City fans over there. But
Yes.
we saw with 1 out in the top of the fifth, ETC have 10 hits and 14 runs. So,
That is
believe it or
true.
not, we have seen crazier things. This would be pretty crazy, but not impossible.
Right. Well, especially, it'd be very crazy against this pitcher.
Yeah.
And
Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 2 for Connor Erickson. So for ETC, it's 2 hits, no walks, no runs, and 2 left on. We go to the 6th. Central City leads 7-0 on BSDN Live.
AWS Well Company, Inc. has been providing professional, reliable, and trusted service in the water well industry for over 50 years. We take pride in being a leader in water well drilling, geothermal systems, pump sales and pump repair, agricultural irrigation system, and septic installation. Our experts can custom design and install a water system that fits your specific needs. For more details, you can contact AWS Well at 402-624-3895.
Black Hills Energy is a proud sponsor of Waterloo Valley Post 58 Baseball. You need an energy partner that's always looking ahead. That's why we at Black Hills Energy are always ready to support, inspire, and drive your next adventure, whatever it may be. Because supporting your day-to-day is our everyday. And we're always here, ready for what comes next. Find out more at blackhillsenergy.com.
The Nebraska Chiropractic Physicians Association is a professional association of chiropractic physicians whose mission is to promote and advance the chiropractic profession in the state of Nebraska. Chiropractic is natural, holistic, and patient-centered. It is a safe, drug-free, cost-effective alternative in healthcare for the whole family. Start your path to better health today. Learn more about chiropractic care and find a doctor at nebraskachiropractic.org.
The lights are on here from Frost Family Stadium and Chris Frank Field. Austin McNorton, Matt Richmond here with you for our championship game of the 2024 Nebraska American Legion Class B Junior State Tournament. Let me do something here real quick, Jonas, on this thing. I like that. See what I did? I should have done that at the start of the game, but
Drop the ball.
I know, right? Due up for Central City are their 2-3-4 batters, and that brings the catcher Oliver Herman into the batter's box, and he fouls one off. It is no balls and 2 strikes now. We have played all 15 of the scheduled games in 5 days. And we've been treated to some really special ones. Oliver Herman tonight is 1 for 3 in the batter's box with a leadoff double in inning number 4, and he was thrown out at home on a ground out.
Yeah, that double I thought may be out of here.
Uh-huh. When it was off the bat, it was deep to center field. Oh, and he checked his swing, and I think it made contact right in the chest. For a second, Wewell thought it maybe hit his bat and was fair, but it's a hit batter and a leadoff base runner for Central City.
Now we got the other coach saying it's hit the bat.
I didn't hear it hit the bat.
I thought it hit his chest.
I thought it hit his chest too, but he did turn.
It looked like it hit his forearm. He's looking at his forearm right now down there. I thought maybe it was his face too, the way he went down. It was so.
Herman hit by pitch. That'll now bring up the pitcher, number 33, Connor Erickson.
So Herman is on. Erickson at the plate, who's 2 for his last 2 with a stand-up double and a run scored and an RBI and a single back in inning number 4, and he was left at third in that inning. And he looks at a first pitch for a ball.
So that was a good call by Joe Giesecke at home there on that.
This is off the end of that. I was going to say, when it happened, I didn't hear anything that would maybe be like, that maybe it did hit the bat. I didn't hear any tink or anything like that. But thanks, everyone, for tuning into our broadcast here with the lights on this Wednesday evening. Appreciate all the support and the sponsors in the bottom right corner. When this game concludes, by the way, we wanted to announce that we will be streaming the entire trophy presentation. They'll give medals to each individual player for both teams, a silver and a gold medal. Give a trophy, a banner, a flag, all those kind of good things to the champion. We'll have all of that right here on BSDN Live, and then we will talk to the winning manager and a winning player of the game. Should we talk to a player of the tournament, perhaps, or just game, Matt? I don't know. We'll determine how we attack that. But we'll definitely be talking to the winning coach, and we will definitely be streaming the entire trophy presentation to the second-place team and the first-place team. Pitches inside, gets out of the glove of Wewell, and Herman advances to second. And then right there, Matt, that just shows you the speed of Herman. He gets hit by a pitch, and this catcher is still out there running. There's no thought of a courtesy runner for Oliver Herman.
I'm just happy that they're aggressive on the bases right here then.
2 balls and 2 strikes with a runner at second and nobody out. Pitch high and outside to Connor Erickson. And I don't know, Matt, I might not give him anything to hit in this scenario. 3-2, the way he's been swinging the bat tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost better to walk it, but I mean, then you got to face Peters with.
Yeah, it doesn't
runners
get.
on
I was
first.
just honestly when I said that, I was like, honestly though, it doesn't get any easier. Here's the 3-2. That's ball 4, way inside, and there's 2 on with nobody out.
Erickson draws a walk, puts runners on first and second. That'll now bring up the third baseman, number 4, Colbin Peters.
But yes, like I was saying, for everyone out there tuning in, wherever you may be tuning in from, whoever you may be rooting for, we'll be broadcasting the whole post-tournament ceremony to give out the medals and recognition for the team who finishes second and the team who wins it all. Good play by Wewell to prevent that from going to the backstop and keeping Herman over there at second.
Wewell's been just phenomenal in this tournament behind the
Oh,
plate.
man.
I mean, that kid's been he's been pitching, he's been catching.
Been out in center field.
Out in center field. I mean, he is what you call an athlete.
This is hit right to third.
Nice
Stepping
play.
on the bag is Teeter, and he fires it to
Nice
first
play.
for a double play. Really nice play by Max Teeter. And just like that, there's a runner at second with 2 outs.
Peters grounds into the 5-3 double play. That'll now bring up the center fielder, number 6, Caden Warner.
So Max Teeter, a good job of gloving that before it went foul. He stepped right on top of the bag at third, fired it to first, and Colbin Peters is down, and Connor Erickson stands, or is it Potsy out there?
No, it's Erickson still. Potsy hasn't
Okay,
come
yep.
in.
Erickson out there at second with 2 outs and a 1-0 count to Mr. Caden Warner, who's 1 for 3 tonight with a RBI single and a run scored back in inning number 3, and he gets hit by a pitch the second time in this inning that Central City's been hit by a pitch in the elbow, and that hurts, and there's 2 on with 2 outs.
I think it might have been the funny bone, which I don't care what they say. That's not funny.
Nothing funny about it ever. Ever. And here's Logan Vakiner stepping up.
Now they're putting in Potsy.
Now Potsy will come out and run for Erickson at second. Thank you, Matt.
Courtesy running over at second base, number 9, Angelo Potsy.
Some more shout-outs for us to mention here on our BSDN Live broadcast. Tara Burkhart said, "Let's go, CC. You got this. Bring home the trophy."
Now batting, the DH, number 25, Logan Vakiner.
And Erickson says, "Wow, you're doing great, CC." Shauna Lampshire says, "Keep up the determination and drive, boys. Don't look back." Michelle January says, "Let's go green." And Kira Middleton says, "Let's go, CC. Bring home the ship." We'll read all your shout-outs and all those good details on our BSDN Live broadcast. As it's 1 ball, no strikes on Logan Vakiner, whose on-base percentage is 1,000 tonight. He's 1 for 1 in terms of at-bats, with an RBI triple back in inning number 3, a walk in inning number 4, and a hit by pitch in inning number 2, and he scored 2 runs.
Yeah, that triple, I think it was actually a 2 RBI triple.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, good
he
point.
Crushed it in the right center.
Went way over the head of Jocelyn, who's done some running out there in center field for ETC. There's been a lot of balls that have gone over his head. And I think the work in the cages this morning for Central City may have paid off.
Yeah. And I wonder if Jocelyn's got a step monitor on, because I think he hit him.
Yeah, I would probably agree with that. 3 balls, 1 strike on Vakiner. He's walked once already on Ben Alessandro, and that was in inning number 4. And there's a strike. Ben came in relief for Max Teeter at the start of inning number 4, and since then he's shut down this Central City lineup, giving up just 2 hits and 2 walks.
And then 2 hit batsmen.
Yep, and he's hit 2 batters, yep. There's a pitch and a hard hit ball to second. Ashton Burrows will fire it to first in time for out number 3. So it's 1 walk, no runs, and 2 left on as we go to the bottom of the 6th. Central City leading 7-0 on BSDN Live. Shields is a proud supporter of Post 58 Legion Baseball. Stop by Village Point at 168th and West Dodge Road for all of your sporting goods and apparel needs. Gregorich Plumbing is a proud sponsor of Waterloo Valley Post 58 Legion Baseball. Give them a call at 402-359-9117 for all of your installation, service, and repair needs. When it comes to plumbing, Gregorich is the experts. Once again, give them a call at 402-359-9117. Gregorich Plumbing, proud sponsors of Waterloo Valley Post 58 Baseball.
Smart Freight Funding is the #1 factoring company for the bulk trucking industry. But we're not just bulk. We factor all trailer types and any freight with over 50 years of driving, dispatching, contracting, and accounting experience in the trucking industry. Let someone who's been in your shoes handle your finances. Learn why clients use Smart Freight Funding and get started today at smartfreightfunding.com.
For the Knights in the bottom of the 6th inning, the pitcher, number 1, Ben Alessandro.
Austin McNorton and Matt Richmond back here with you on BSDN Live as we're here in the bottom of the 6th. And Central City leading 7-0. It's the 9-1-2 hitters due up here for the ETC Knights. And that brings the third baseman, Ben Alessandro, into the right-hand batter's box. He's 0 for 1 with a ground out to second that ended inning number 3. First pitch is down into right, and a nice running catch made by Brazzi on a line, and it's 1 up, 1 down quickly.
Alessandro lines out to the right fielder for the first out of the inning. That'll now bring up the top of the order, the second baseman, number 23, Ashton Burrows.
Just the second time that an outfielder has made an out tonight for Central City, and Brazzi's made both of them.
You know, we haven't seen Brazzi at bat.
Yeah.
But his defense has been pretty stellar.
Oh, it's no question about why he's out there and right.
Great play in the Bermuda Triangle is what we've been calling it early. I think it was 2 games ago. I mean, he's been a stellar outfielder.
Yeah. The one thing about your outfielders is you don't want them to make a mistake and have what's a base hit turn into like a 3-bagger or something. He hasn't made one mistake. Anything that's been hit in front of him, he's kept in front of him. Anything hit at him, he's made the right read and made the catch.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he's been stellar out there. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better defensive series for an outfielder than what Brazzi's brought.
And what's kind of, and you know, Matt, what's kind of the mentality of that too? Of saying, man, I've played all 5 days now. I haven't gotten a single at bat. But you still go out there and play just as hard as the rest of your team, even though you're not contributing on offense.
That's a team player right there because he knows his role. That's a team player that knows his role. He knows it's probably been throughout the whole season that the majority of the time he has been the defensive guy, and you're not going to hit, but you're going to be hit for, but you're going to play. And so he just sat there and he accepted the role, and now here he is in the state championship game. And he started all 5 games for him out in right field.
He has been pretty good. Here's the leadoff guy for ETC. Ashton Burrows in the batter's box. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And he sends a slow chopper to third. Nice play by Peters. How many times have we said that tonight? And there's 2 away.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid there at third base this entire tournament.
Burrows grounds out to the third baseman for the second out of the inning. That'll now bring up the third baseman, number 3, Max Teeter.
4 groundouts to Peters over there at third, and he really hasn't let anything go by him, and he's been throwing it corner to corner on an absolute line every time. That's the key to me for a third baseman is your arm not pulling your first baseman off, and it is pinpoint on the money every time.
Yeah, it makes Luter's job a lot easier when you've got a guy who can throw like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, I mean, as long as you can stay within that base where he can put his foot on it, it's reachable. He's okay with that.
Here's the 1-1, and this is hit to right. Jacob Brazzi again makes the catch on the run to end the inning. No hits, no walks, no runs, and nobody left on this time for the Knights. They trail 7-0 going to the last frame of the state tournament when we come back. Lightning Exteriors is a proud sponsor of Waterloo Valley Post 58 Baseball. At Lightning Exteriors, we offer a comprehensive range of exterior services to cater to your specific needs. Whether it's roofing, siding, gutters, or other exterior enhancements, our team has the expertise and experience to deliver exceptional results. We understand the unique challenges of our regions and ensure that our solutions are tailored to withstand the local climate conditions. To learn more, head over to lightning-exteriors.com. Elkhorn Training Camp is Omaha's premier indoor sports facility for youth athletes. We offer world-class training and facilities with open practice areas, lessons, camps, and clinics. Whether it's baseball, softball, soccer, strength and conditioning training, we have the staff and facility for you. Reserve a time. Check us out at elkhorntrainingcamp.com. Is it a good time to sell your house? Is it a good time to buy a house? Realtor Carrie Wilcox with Nebraska Realty knows the answer. Give her a call at 402-212-2271 today to get all these questions answered. Austin McNorton and Matt Richmond back here with you on BSDN Live for the final frame of the 2024 Nebraska American Legion Class B Junior State Tournament. It's the top of the 7th, and Central City leading ETC Mount Michael 7-0. And due up for the team in green are their 7, 8, 9 guys, and that brings the first baseman Coulter Luderers into the batter's box. He's 1 for 3 tonight with a RBI double and a run scored back in inning number 2. Big cut there, and he's behind in the count on Alessandro 0 for 2. You know, Matt, credit to Ben Alessandro. He came in inning number 4. He's given up 2 hits and 2 walks, and really not really a threat for Central City to even score.
No, he's done a good job keeping him off balance. He's got a really good curveball, too, and that's been a key because he's been getting it over the plate for a strike. So he's not falling behind on the batters hardly at all.
Right. 3 innings of work for him here tonight. Giving up the 2 hits, the 1 walk in inning number 4, and then the 1 walk in the last inning. He's hit a couple batters, so there's been some base runners, but the no runs is the critical thing, and he's left 5 Central City guys on base.
Yeah. Yep, like I said, he's done a great job.
He's done a great job. I mean, he called the game today for them behind the plate in the catcher's gear, so you want to talk about Wewell having a long day. I mean, Ben Alessandro was in the catcher's gear, and now he's on the mound and
yep.
closing this one out.
Yeah.
And he's been great in the batter's box all tournament long.
Right, and actually the day that Wewell played center, Alessandro was behind the plate.
Yeah, yep, exactly right. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 3 called on Coulter Luders as Ben Alessandro has his second strikeout, or third strikeout, I should say, and there's 1 away.
Luders goes down for the first out of the inning. That'll now bring up the second baseman, number 1, Parker Zickman.
So Alessandro has struck out 3 Central City guys, 1 up, 1 down here in the 7th, and that brings Parker Zickman into the batter's box. He's 0 for 2 tonight, with a fly out to right, a strikeout swinging in the 5th inning. And he was hit by a pitch in inning number 2. Parker Zickman was our player of the game for Central City in their victory over Lincoln Christian.
Yes.
Oliver Herman was our player of the game. A slow chopper rolls foul. Oliver Herman was our player of the game in game number 2 for Central City. Game number 3, it was Coulter Luders.
Yep.
Because he hit the home run.
Hit the blast.
And then we didn't talk to them last night after their 1 loss of the summer that you could tell they were a little bit amped up for here tonight.
Right.
As they had 8 hits and 7 runs through the first 3 innings. Off the end of the bat, into right, and past Gates. And it's a one-out base runner for Central City.
Zickman with a base hit to right. That'll now bring up the shortstop, number 3, Martin Gonzalez.
So 11 hits now for Central City, as they lead at 7-0 and have a one-out base runner, as once again the bottom of the order for this team in green comes through, just like they have all tournament long. And here's Martin Gonzalez, who's 2 for 3 tonight with 2 singles and a fly out to right. That's been the key for this whole tournament for the teams who have made it, especially these two, was the bottom of their order coming through, starting pitching, and 2-out scoring. That's been the difference for these two teams here and why they're in this championship game.
Yep, that's exactly why.
I mean, Central City's bottom of the order has been great. They also scored 5 runs with 2 outs. We've seen what ETC can do when their back's against the wall with 2 outs. Seems like that's when they do better, honestly,
Right.
oddly enough. It's in the bottom of the order has been great for both. Zickman was literally, the 7-8 guys in the lineup for Central City have been the 2 players of the games in 2 out of their 4 games.
Yes.
Luters bats 7th. He was the player of the game. Zickman bats 8th. He was a player of the game. So that just tells you. And then
Herman was there because of his pitching.
Yep.
Mainly, not because of his hitting, though. So,
yeah. And there's a walk, and once again Gonzalez gets on base and brings the top of the order to the plate with 2 on and only 1 out.
got a new hitter here.
Okay. New hitter in for Central City.
35.
Making his tournament debut is Logan Volkner.
Nope.
That's 25.
Jackson Gustafson.
35 is Jackson Gustafson. Thank you, Matt.
Attention, now hitting number 35, Jackson Gustafson.
First time we've gotten to call Mr. Jackson Gustafson here in the state tournament, and he comes on with 2 on and 1 out here in the top of the 7th and a 7-0 lead. Good breaking ball, catches the outside zone there. Looking at Gustafson's numbers this summer, he has a .257 batting average and a .422 on base percentage in 22 games played. He has 9 hits, 8 of them being singles, 1 double. Looks at a pitch low. 14 RBIs, 19 runs scored, and 8 walks. So good to announce some new names here in the tournament. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 2 on. Pitch away outside. We will a nice catch. Again, after this inning is over, we will have the complete post-game ceremonies, giving out some medals to the second-place team and first-place team, giving out a banner, pictures, all those kind of good things. We'll announce each individual player from both teams, coaching staff, all that good stuff. And then, in our post-game show, we will talk to the winning head coach and a winning player and wrap it all up here from a special tournament in Valley. 3 balls and 2 strikes for Gustafson, and it is strike 3 called, and there's 2 outs.
Gustafson goes down for the second out of the inning. That'll now bring up the catcher, number 7, Oliver Herman.
Oliver Herman will get a final at-bat, and he is 1 for 3 tonight with a stand-up double in the 4th inning, a fly out to right field in the 1st inning. He reached on a fielder's choice in the 2nd inning, and this is a fair ball down the right field line. Rounding third, coming home is Parker Zickman. Holding at third is Gonzalez. It's an RBI double, the 2nd of the night for Oliver Herman. And Central City leads 8-0 here in the top of the 7th.
Herman with a stand-up double scoring a runner. That'll now bring up the pitcher, number 33, Connor Erickson.
The first time that Central City has gotten to Ben Alessandro. Ben has now given up 2 hits, a walk, and a run here in this inning. 4 hits, 3 walks, and a run total through 3 2/3 innings. Pitch low, called a strike on Connor Erickson, who's been great tonight at the plate after struggling in the last 2 games. He's 2 for 3 with a stand-up double and a run scored, a single, and a walk.
Is that fair? No, it's foul.
And that's hit down the left field line and foul. Everyone was kind of holding their breath there for a moment for Mr. Erickson, and he'll jog back into the lefty batter's box with an 0-2 count. Once again, Matt, the story for the Central City team, the bottom of the order gets on, the top of the order brings them in.
Yep.
So consistent.
Yeah. It's been like that all tournament except
last night.
Except for last night, yes.
Erickson stands in. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The lights on, and Alessandro steps off. Ben's been great tonight. He came in the 4th. That's just the first run that he's given up in his relief of the starter Max Teeter, who Max was special over at third in game number 1 today against Lincoln Christian. Chopper is hit over Ben's head and into center field. Rounding third, coming home is Oliver Herman. It's a 2 RBI single for the hot bat Connor Erickson, and Central City extends their lead 10-0.
Erickson with a base hit scored 2 runs. That'll now bring up the third baseman, number 4, Colvin Peters.
Martin Gonzalez scores from third. Oliver Herman scores from second. It's
Courtesy running over at first, number 9,
3
Angelo
hit,
Pazzi.
3 hit, 1 walk inning and 3 run inning for Central City. With 2 outs, the line keeps moving as Colvin Peters will now step into the batter's box as Central City leads it 10-0 here in the top of the 7th.
Yeah, I think they kind of took that loss yesterday personal.
So as you said it best, Matt, it wasn't like they lost to this Mount Michael team in like game number 4 of the year. It was less than 24 hours ago.
Yeah, it's still fresh. That's a freshly cut wound, and that obviously they were thinking about it because that's why they had batting practice at 9 o'clock this morning.
Yeah, exactly
and they
right.
drove all the way from Central City, and I don't know if they're staying here. They may be staying here, but either way, they got up early, had breakfast, and came here at 9 o'clock in the morning to have batting practice. I couldn't tell you how long they had it for, but I just know that they had it.
Yeah, so definitely on their minds. And honestly, I think for ETC, they just ran out of gas. When you're living on adrenaline for 4 straight days, hit over to third, Teeter will fire it to first a little bit low, and a nice pick by Schieber over there at first to end the side. Well, it's 3 hits, 1 walk, 3 runs, and 1 left on. Central City leads it 10-0. 3 outs remaining here in the state championship. We'll be back on BSDN Live.
Peters grounds out to the third baseman.
AWS Well Company, Inc. has been providing professional, reliable, and trusted service in the water well industry for over 50 years. We take pride in being a leader in water well drilling, geothermal systems, pump sales and pump repair, agricultural irrigation system, and septic installation. Our experts can custom design and install a water system that fits your specific needs. For more details, you can contact AWS Well at 402-624-3895.
Elkhorn Training Camp is Omaha's premier indoor sports facility for youth athletes. We offer world-class training and facilities with open practice areas, lessons, camps, and clinics. Whether it's baseball, softball, soccer, strength and conditioning training, we have the staff and facility for you. Reserve a time. Check us out at elkhorntrainingcamp.com. Is it a good time to sell your house? Is it a good time to buy a house? Realtor Carrie Wilcox with Nebraska Realty knows the answer. Give her a call at 402-212-2271 today to get all these questions answered. Austin McNorton and Matt Richmond back here with you. 3 outs remain of this 5-day state tournament here from Frost Family Stadium, Chris Frank Field. Austin McNorton, Matt Richmond here with you on BSDN Live. It's the 3-4-5 hitters due up here for the ETC Knights against Connor Erickson, the lefty out there on the mound for Central City. And we have a pinch hitter out there making his state tournament debut. That's the lefty batter, Braden Sampson, in the batter's box. Lefty on lefty here to start out the bottom of the 7th. Central City leads it 10-0 after they added 3 more runs on 3 hits and a walk in the top half of this inning to give themselves 13 hits, 3 walks, 10 runs, and 9 batters left on base here in this championship game. Couldn't have had a better time for your bats to perform like this. This is hit over to first. Luders makes the glove, steps on first himself. 1 up, 1 down here in the bottom of the 7th.
Sampson grounds out to the first baseman for the first out of the inning. That'll now bring up the first baseman, number 38, Will Schieber.
Will Schieber will get another at-bat. He's 0 for 2 tonight with a ground out to short in inning number 2 and a fly out to right to start out the bottom of the 5th. Will was our player of the game today for ETC in their victory over Lincoln Christian in game number 1 when they were trailing 5-3 going into the top of the 7th. He had the game-tying 2 RBI base hit in that top of the 7th that had them get to this point tonight. So we got a chance to talk to him. His final at-bat of the summer right here. He's 1-2 against Connor Erickson, who's given up 2 hits and 2 base runners the entire night. And that was in inning number 5 against the 6-7 batters in this lineup. Hard hit ball over to short. Martin Gonzalez makes it look routine, and there's 2 away. And the Central City fans can feel it a little bit now.
Schieber grounds out to the shortstop for the second out of the inning. Now pitch hitting, number 24, Hank Barrett.
So now pinch hitting for ETC is Hank Barrett. His first appearance here in the state tournament. Love seeing guys like that. He represents the final outs of the summer for both of these teams. Special seasons, no doubt. And he's behind 0-2 in the count, and we can taste it. Here's the pitch. It's low. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. Connor Erickson trying to get his team win number 21 and a state championship. Here's the pitch. It is fouled off down the right field side and out of play, and we'll do it again. A special tournament, 2 special teams, 2 great fan bases, and a great community. Breaking pitch misses outside. If Erickson would have hit that, that would have been awesome for the final strike.
Well, you got a guy who's way behind you. Why would you throw him something off speed? Just throw a fastball.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
There's
strike 3, and Central City has a American Legion state championship.
Barrett goes down for the third out of the inning, and that's the ball game, folks. Your 2024 Class B Junior State Champions, Central City. Hey, let's give both teams a nice round of applause. ETC Knights, keep your head high. You guys played a great tournament.
Central City You are the 2024 Nebraska American Legion Class B Junior State Champs.
Yeah, and they dominated this game. They came back with a vengeance. I told you they did not have a good taste in their mouth at all after last night's loss. But give it to Mount Michael. Mount Michael played, I think, 6-7 games in 5 days. They started off in the losers bracket right off the bat, and then they just worked their way back. This is a very, very, very great team from Central City. And I don't know.
And you beat them.
And you beat them once, yes. You took them from 29-0 and made them 29-1. Now Central City ends up 30-1. What a great season for them.
30-1 for Central City. ETC falls to 32-12. And Ben Nelson gets the Gatorade bath from his player Martin Gonzalez. Wow. What a special tournament. And what a special team in green, Central City. So, our broadcast now, we will go ahead, take a break, and when we come, actually, we're going to keep it right here. I'm going to set my mic down, let Matt do the honors, as we're going to announce all the players and coaches from this ETC team finishing second, and we'll do the same for Central City here on our broadcast. Just stay right here for our post-game celebration.
Hey, let's give a nice round of applause for ETC Knights. Congratulations, guys. What a great summer. What a great tournament. You guys fought hard. What a great job. And we're going to go ahead and announce every one of these guys from the lineup here. Starting off with number 1, Ben Alessandro. Number 3, Max Teeter. Number 4, Nolan Joslin. Number 5, Preston Petrotsky. Number 12, Ethan Sigmund. Number 14, Braden Sampson. Number 23, Ashton Burrows. Number 24, Hank Burrent. Number 25, Miles Wewell. Number 33, Carson Smith. Number 37, Jamison Berry. Number 38, Will Schieber. Number 43, Ken Cerrone. And number 57, Anthony Gates. Congratulations, your 2024 State Class B Juniors runner-up. Alrighty, now Coach Nelson is going to hand out the hardware to the 2024 Class B Junior State Champions, Central City. Number 1, Parker Zickman. Number 3, Martin Gonzalez. Number 4, Colvin Peters. Number 6, Caden Mourner. Number 7, Oliver Herman. Number 9, Angelo Pazzi. Number 10, Jacob Brazzi. Number 12, Coulter Looters. Number 22, Callan Kelso. Number 23, Quinn Jensen. Number 24, Luke McCard. Number 25, Logan Vakeener. Number 28, Trent Detlefson. Number 32, Brian Redmond. Number 33, Connor Erickson. Number 35, Jackson Gustafson. And number 36, Tristan Richardson. Congratulations, and here is your 2024 Class B Junior State Champions. Who do you want? You want Connor?
Connor and the coach.
Hey, can I get Connor and Coach Nelson up here?
Welcome back to Frost Family Stadium, Chris Frank Field on BSDN Live. Austin McNorton here with you for our post-game show. The Central City team is your 2024 Nebraska American Legion Class B Junior State Champions. What a tournament it was. They came in undefeated and showed why they were the best team coming into the tournament. They lost last night to this ETC Mount Michael squad 4-3. They got here early this morning in a revenge game and lived up to that and then some as they defeat ETC 10-0 with 13 hits, 3 walks, 10 runs, and 9 left on for the team in green. And Connor Erickson on the mound gave up just 2 hits and 2 base runners the whole night, and that was in the bottom of the 5th inning. So ETC, a special season for them. They finished 32-12 on the year, and this Central City team finishes 29-1 on their season, avenging the only team that they lost to last night and claiming a state championship. This tournament has been absolutely special. So this team made it to state last year. They went 0-2 in Alliance. In this tournament, they go, 1, 2, 3, 4-1 and win a state title. Here on our broadcast on BSDN Live, we will be talking to our player of the game, Connor Erickson, who again only gave up 2 base runners the entire night on 2 hits. And we'll be talking to the winning manager of the Nebraska State Champs, Ben Nelson. Stay tuned on our broadcast. We're going to thank our sponsors. Talk to those two as the celebration continues at home plate for the team in green. We'll be back on BSDN Live. Congratulations to Central City continues. Shields is a proud supporter of Post 58 Legion Baseball. Stop by Village Point at 168th and West Dodge Road for all of your sporting goods and apparel needs.
AWS Well Company, Inc. has been providing professional, reliable, and trusted service in the water well industry for over 50 years. We take pride in being a leader in water well drilling, geothermal systems, pump sales and pump repair, agricultural irrigation system, and septic installation. Our experts can custom design and install a water system that fits your specific needs. For more details, you can contact AWS Well at 402-624-3895.
For a magical, one-of-a-kind festival featuring fabulous vintage antiques and junk vendors, along with makers, food trucks, bands, homemade apple cider and donuts, and of course those Bloody Marys. Then come to Junkstock this fall, September 27th through the 29th, and October 4th through the 6th. Head over to junkstock.com for more information about this top 10 festival in America per the USA Today. At Junkstock, we are all about peace, love, and junk. See you this fall.
The Nebraska Chiropractic.
The celebration continues here in Valley, Nebraska for the team in green. Central City is your 2024 Nebraska American Legion Class B Junior State Champions here at Frost Family Stadium and Chris Frank Field. Austin McNorton back here with you live on BSDN Live for our post-game show, as we are now joined by player of the championship game. Connor Erickson is here with us in their 10-0 victory. Connor on the mound gave up just 2 hits and 2 base runners total throughout the entire night. But Connor, let's just talk about the emotions first. You're a state champion, man. How does it feel?
It feels awesome. I mean, we've been preparing for this since last year. I mean, we've worked really hard in the off season, and then we came into this season rolling. I mean, nobody could stop us for that whole entire season until that one game.
And Connor, you come into the tournament undefeated. Take us through the emotions of how much this one means for you guys, because we saw it in game number 1. We saw it here, obviously, in game number 15, that you guys wanted it every single out. It felt like a celebration.
Yeah, it was just a roller coaster of emotions the entire time. I mean, it feels amazing. I mean, like, just coming in here, we knew what we had to do, and we knew teams weren't going to quit, and, I mean, it was just a roll.
Take us through the last 24 hours against this ETC team. They handed you your first loss of the summer last night. What did you guys say after that game, coming into saying, all right, we know we might have another shot against them. We know we're going to be playing for a state championship. How did you just kind of refocus after your first loss?
We knew what we needed to fix. We knew exactly what we needed to work on, and then we focused on that the rest of the night, got good sleep, then had an amazing day. Went out, watched a movie. And then,
okay.
Yeah, just an amazing day. So.
Well, take us through your performance on the mound specifically. You only give up the 2 hits, the 2 base runners total. What was working for you on the mound?
My slider definitely, and then later in the game working in with that changeup. But then my fastball, I mean, it feels like it was the hardest I ever threw. So.
And take me through how special it is for you and Oliver Herman. Your coach said that you guys have been the leaders on and off the field for this team. So how special was it to get to work with him in this championship game? And every pitch you throw, he's catching, and it was a great night for you both.
It was awesome. I mean, he's been my catcher since we were little. I mean, he's always been there, and he's always working. I mean, every morning, sometimes I don't wake up early enough to get up with him. I mean, he's an amazing guy.
Well, Connor, congratulations on the state title, my friend. It's been a pleasure watching you. Now go down there and celebrate with your teammates.
All right, thank you.
That's Connor Erickson, winning pitcher on the mound tonight for Central City. Again, giving up just the 2 hits and the 2 base runners total in the 10-0 victory. We are now talking to winning head coach and state champion Ben Nelson. And, Coach, you told me before this tournament started that you feel like this could be your year. You had a lot of guys returning. You had some pitching depth. But take me through the course of the summer and how much this means.
This just it means the world to us. You know, as a Central City guy, you know, tried to win one of these my whole life. And, you know, to finally get it done, we knew we had a chance. We had a lot of guys come back from last year. And they were on a mission after we got out last year in Alliance. So.
The sprinklers got turned on, but go ahead, yeah.
They all scatter, yeah. But no, this has been just a fun ride.
Coach, I can sense a little bit of emotion. I mean, just talk about how, this has been such a special team. You lose your first game last night, and you avenge that team, and it was a dominating performance from start to finish tonight. Talk about your emotion right now.
Yeah, last night was, it was tough because we did a lot of things that just weren't, that were like uncharacteristic of our team, and and not the way we've played and won games, and we felt like we kind of let them off the hook, but we kind of got together in the room last night before everybody went to bed, and we coaches and I just talked to them and let them know 100% confidence in you guys. Wanted to relax today, stay out of the heat, went and watched Twisters, and man, it was just I can't tell you how I feel. It's to see these people out there on the field celebrating. It's just a dream come true.
Well, massive congratulations to you. And talk about the guys that you told me were your leaders, Oliver Herman, Connor Erickson, what they've meant to this program, and how they got it done tonight, because they were the two calling the show, and they only gave up 2 base runners against a Knights team whose offense was probably the hottest in the whole tournament.
Yeah, we knew they were going to be tough. They could hit the ball. They showed that last night. We just had to make defensive plays, and we did that. But those two are a rock. I mean, they just never waver. They work the hardest. They lead the hardest. I mean, they're great examples on and off the field. I couldn't ask for 2 better dudes to lead this team. And for them, you get kind of nervous. Obviously, elimination game, do or die kind of. But when you have Connor Erickson on the mound, it was, you just step back and take a breath, and he's going to work.
Coach, I want you, because look at, the amount of views and comments and congratulations that we've had from your folks back in Central City, and then the ones out there on the field. What do you want to say to them?
We just can't thank them enough. We've had parents step up and help us stay, so we didn't have to travel back and forth, and we've had parents bring in Gatorades and food and everything. Just, we have a great support system, and it's not like a mystery why these guys are so successful. I mean, they work hard and they have a great support system, and I just can't thank these fans enough. I mean, we're gonna go celebrate now, baby.
Oh, you deserve it, Coach. Congratulations on a state championship.
Thanks a lot.
That's head coach Ben Nelson, your state champion, with us from Central City and BSDN Live. Let's go ahead and look at your final stats here from this championship game. First for ETC Mount Michael in their special season. They had 2 hits and 2 left on. Kind of going through their lineup, Miles Wewell went 1 for 2, and Preston Petrosky went 1 for 2. That was really it. That's how great Connor Erickson was. But a shout-out to all these players on this ETC Mount Michael team finishing second. Ben Alessandro, Max Teeter, Nolan Johnson, Preston Petrosky, Ethan Siegman. He was the one that beat this Central City team with his special performance on the mound last night. Ashton Burrows, Miles Wewell, of course, Carson Smith, Jameson Berry, and Camden Cerrone, Anthony Gates. They were all really special for ETC. They're your state champion runner-ups, which is not an easy feat, and they have definitely earned that. Looking at things for Central City, they had 13 hits, 3 walks, 10 runs, and they left 9 batters on base tonight. Quinn Jensen went 0 for 4 tonight, but reached on a fielder's choice. Oliver Herman went 2 for 4 with 2 doubles and a run scored. Connor Erickson was really good, 3 for 4 tonight with a double and 2 singles and a walk and a run scored. Colvin Peters went 2 for 5 with a double, a single, and 2 runs scored. Caden Mourner went 1 for 3 with a single and a run scored. Logan Vakiner went 1 for 2 with a triple, a run scored, hit by a pitch and a run scored, and a walk. Coulter Luters went 1 for 4 with a double and a run scored. Parker Zigman went 1 for 3 with a single and a run scored. And Martin Gonzalez went 2 for 3 with 2 singles, a walk, and a run scored. As Central City is your 2024 Nebraska American Legion Class B Junior State Champions. Well, the lights are on. The celebration continues. A special tournament, a special season. That's certainly for sure for these Central City fans. They earned it. It was awesome to follow them. Awesome to watch them win it all. Thank you so much to all 8 teams that were a part of this tournament. Crete, Minden, Bresser Construction, they finished third. ETC Mount Michael, Alliance, Waterloo Valley, the host site, boy, did they put on a show, and the West Point Bombers. All 8 teams, an honor just to make it here. Central City is your state champions. Well, thanks so much for tuning in to all 15 of our games here on BSEN Live. We appreciate all the comments, all the views, everything we've been getting. And you could hear the raw emotion from head coach Ben Nelson saying that, Matt, this was a dream come true for him.
Yeah, this is that. He was very emotional about this. Obviously, he must be a Central City born and raised man.
Yep.
And bringing home a state championship was something that he looked forward to. You know, he mentioned that he didn't get one as a player, so he wanted to bring one home as a coach. And you could tell that explains a lot to me about how fired he was up he was during this entire tournament. Because I mean, when they made that triple play, I thought he looked like he did a long jump of 20 feet coming out of that dugout and pumping his fist in excitement. I mean, that just shows. And you know what? It also shows when your coach is that pumped up and excited, then now explains why your kids on the field are that pumped up and excited
Absolutely.
for every good play, everything they do out there. So, yes, it's awesome, you know, and congrats to Coach Nelson and the Central City team. They were obviously the best team in this tournament and obviously the best team in Class B state. They are a very well-coached team, and they have a lot of talent, and I don't be surprised if you see them out west next year again.
Central City is your Class B junior state champions. We appreciate all the support from those sponsors that you saw rolling in the bottom right corner of your screen. They were just so incredible for being able to put this on for us, and we thank Rick Weiss. Who else? I can't name all the.
We've got Rick Weiss. We've got Jason Jorgensen. We've got Chad Murdoch. We've got Darren Timich. We've got Todd Scheideman, Matt Schlingman, Jamie Jorgensen. We've got.
You name it.
Yeah, I mean.
The town of Valley.
Both,
How about that?
Well, both of the Wilmots, you know, Coach Wilmot, you know, and all the kids, all the actual players from Waterloo Valley Post 58 who came in here and helped with the field every time a game got turned. Shannon Wilmot, you know, I mean, we just had a ton of help. And a big shout-out to our American Legion Post 58 for coming and doing the color guard for us in the very first game and the championship game. I mean, it was a very – I mean, I've never been to any other, you know, areas for a state tournament, but I don't know. In my opinion, I feel like this might be a very, very –
tough one to top, yeah.
A successful state tournament, you know.
Well, absolutely. And shout out to the veterans. That's why this game is played, for those American Legion veterans. And what a special game it is, a special state championship team, a special state tournament in general. Well, for Jonas Mears Richmond, Cam Weiss, Kai Jorgensen, Jamie Jorgensen, Matt Richmond, all joining our broadcast, all the players that joined us after each game, head coach Ben Nelson for joining us tonight. I've been Austin McNorton saying so long from Valley, Nebraska. Central City is your state champions.
They are.
And we thank you for tuning in to BSDN Live saying so long from Valley, Nebraska.
We're not done. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. I just want to say thank you, Austin, for what BSDN has done. And people that don't know that this is Austin and my last game together. Austin got a position somewhere else, and he is moving down to Kansas. He can tell you what all the details if he chooses when he does Wahoo, but I'm just happy to be a part of this fun team that we've created this spring and summer.
It's been awesome.
We've
watched some pretty darn good baseball in this
Yes,
broadcast.
we have.
My
you
friends.
know, and it's been fun to do this with you. It's like a little kid's dream come true to be on, a color commentary to such a great voice, and it's obviously why you got hired somewhere else. So, good luck to you and your family. I don't know if I will see you.
Oh, I'll be back
today.
up here, I promise.
You know, so if I don't, I mean, good luck. I will be listening for you.
Yeah.
And so you better not screw up.
I'll send you the links to all the games.
I'll text you and let you know.
Yes, deservingly so. Well, gosh, thank you for the kind words, and thanks everyone for tuning into our broadcasts here in Valley. BSDN Live loves covering DC West, loves covering the Waterloo Valley Wingnuts. So, saying so long from Valley, Nebraska for the final time. Central City is your state champions. We appreciate all the support, and good night.